Good evening, fine folks. Yes, I have gone out tonight and I've celebrated with some nice drinking. Yes, I have drank tonight. And I went out with my lady. So she came through. She was fine. She said she was in good spirits today. This is what I always say, like, be careful about your own projections. It could be a bunch of bullshit. Some of the things that I've had to learn in my lifetime. And so I'm noticing, like, things are going a whole lot better with me and her communicating. So I also called her out tonight. I mean, I had to. I was like, "Hey, are you like adverse with coming over to my house, spending time at my place? Like, what's the deal there?" You got to understand, granted. Like, let me tell you a little bit about her background. Like, her father-in-law, he owns massive commercial buildings here. And like he lives in an estate like a castle. So it's a huge fucking thing, man. Like their guest room is bigger than probably my house. It's insane. They got a decent sized house, but it just swaps. But anyways, I think it's very fascinating. And so I was like, maybe she just doesn't want to come out because she's already living like this grandest experience over here. But she was like, no, no, I definitely want to come over. She's like, and I thought you might think that. This is the reason why I like and I love her more and more every time. Because she's very aware. It's the missing ingredient that I've been missing on a lot of women. That she's perceptive on how I'm thinking what I'm coming up with. And so she's like, yeah, I kind of thought that you would think that. She's like, her main hesitations is like she doesn't want to get over here, have some drinks, and then like she's got to go back home. And I told her, I was like, I have a bed, and I'm not sitting here trying to project or make you feel like you need to sleep with me like that. I'm not in that headspace. Honestly, I prefer to take things really slow with her and build the intimacy. And if it's her decision to move in that direction, so be it. I actually don't want it to be something where I'm forcing it and I'm disgruntled. I'm in a different stage in my life. Spiritually, maybe. I don't know. But so I told her that, and I was like, yeah, you got your dog. And I was like, of course, you're sleeping in my bed. I'm probably going to have some different sheets on it, because I don't care if the dog sleeps on there. I've had it in the past. I had a dog sleeping on my bed. It didn't matter to me. Some things are okay, some things are not. I know some folks are going to be like, hell no, I can't have no freaking dog on my bed. Now, I feel you. They want to deal with all that hair and all that bullshit, but I'm also a very nature person on a different extent. So the animal thing don't bother me. I can do it out and I can be fine with it. So she's like, no, I would bring my own blanket thing over so he could sleep on it. And she's like, and I was like, yeah. I was like, and I just envisioned him, and he might even be kicking me out of my bed with his leg. She's like, yeah, exactly. So everything I'm envisioning, I think she's envisioning. And she sounded like she was okay with it. She's like, I just don't want to be pressured because she's very, like, I think because of her past experiences, she's very, averse to doing anything sexual or anything like that. I don't need to understand that. That's for her to set. It just doesn't bother me for that. I guess I don't have an issue with it. Like I said, I'm in my later years, and those things are not a driving factor for me. Even if my libido is going crazy. Here's what I would find out. If I don't really want to deal with somebody that is adverse to getting more intimate, I don't. Here's what I don't want to have happen. I don't want it to be where we cut the intimacy, this building of intensity and passion, on other levels besides penetration. That would be aggravating to me. So you mean to tell me you don't even want to get close and feel this depth and feel this vibrational energy that you just released, but we keep it kind of tamed? Like, that would be the whole point, is to tame the excess of that. But you don't even want to open the door. That would be my turn off. That would be like, I know you got that to work on, but well, maybe you're okay with me seeing other people for that reason. But if I probably find somebody for that reason, I don't know how much I would want to come back to her. Maybe not. I don't know. I talked with my landscaper today, and he's all about the swinging life. So I asked him, like, man, how's the swinging life going, man? He's like, it's perfect, man. I got 3 couples, man. We're doing great. You know, can't take any more. I was like, look, you might have to sign me up for the circuit, man. You know, just tell me how to go about it. So he tells me the whole process, how to make this work, and yada, yada, yada. And he's you know, he knows all the people in the little group. So it'd be easy for me to join it if I ever go that direction. I'm praying and hoping that I can sit and be with this woman and not have to entertain that lifestyle. That would be very weird for me. I don't want to go down that track. So I don't know. The rest of our conversations were very just on point, you know, about like, hey, you okay with this? Hey, you're not okay with that? And I'm just like, yeah, so like, what's your deal? You know, like, and I also was very clear and upfront when I was like, look, if I don't respond, I have this bad situation where I just disappear into the mist. It's nothing against anyone else, but it just happens this way, and I don't mean it to happen. So I was like, sometimes you send things to me, and I don't, you know, I'm not always like reciprocating. Here's the thing: she said reciprocation is important to her, and her being a Cancer makes sense. So she said, you've been reciprocating. So I was like, yeah, but I'm also not initiated. And she was like, yeah, but we're just starting out, you know. I was like, all right, as long as you understand that. So usually I will do those kinds of things. I'll start to initiate. But when I do initiate, it's when things go sideways and I'm taken advantage of. I say, maybe it's the Cancer in me because I have a Cancer rising sign. But I have no clue. But it's usually not very received very well, or people think there's an agenda or something. Like, it's stupid. Like, no, I actually really like reinforced contact. It makes me feel good to let this other person know that you're valuable in my life and I'm thinking about you and I want you to have a wonderful day. That's actually very it's good. It's a good vibe for me. And it doesn't need to be detailed or crazy, but I like the consistency of it. Hell, I make these videos every day. Now I'm making an evening one right now. I think it was important to do that. And I think that might be her right now. So we had a nice, good makeout session, you know, like we always do. She's like, you're so fucking sexy. And I'm like, all right, thanks. Appreciate you saying that. So you're pretty damn sexy yourself. So, I don't know. Comes and goes. You guys seen all my videos. Sometimes I'm in a better state for looking a good way. I don't know. Whatever your thoughts are. Yeah, I'm still on the dating app. Talking to one girl. They're all fucking weird. They all play a fucking game. They're communicating. Like, if I can change my description, I'm going to put on there. One thing that you could avoid with me is not playing any games. Just talk straight what you're interested in, and we'll get along just fine. I can't stand bullshit games in communication. Red flag, peace out. I don't have no fucking time to waste for it. So I don't want to have to use that app, and Kimmy is making it easy for me not to do it. So I'm hoping to never go in that direction, and at the same time, we can just get on with a good evening. And she was like, I really am a homebody, and it's nice for her to express that, because I'm like, do you this is the only way you want to spend time is to keep going out? She's like, well, I cracked my head open. I was like, no, you get a pass for a week, 2 weeks. I ain't thinking about that, but I need to know in the future, like, is this something that you want to do? It's like, she's like, no, I'm a homebody and I do prefer to do this at home and stuff like that. And I was like, well, maybe. I was like, she goes, but I do like just my own time. I was like, well, let's practice doing some homebody shit together. She's like, I'm open to that. And it's like, because for me, I would love to experiment with, hey, you know, I'm touching base and give like a nice little kiss or what have you. And I'm going on about my own personal bullshit, you know? I got things I want to get done and get started in life. But her brain, she loves reading studies and like comparing the different the different studies that come about. Like she understood what I was saying with the cohorts, the population that they're using, demographics, the type of studies that are used, if it's randomized controlled trials or if it's a meta-analysis, and what type of meta-analysis is it taken into account. Like, she was very aware in that conversation talking about it. That's perfect. That's the kind of mental game. And she loves getting in nutrition, which is, I'm already a junkie for that. You all should know that. So it's fascinating that I can meet her and we can meet each other and we can build on that. Like, that would be a common pillar. I like foundation builders. Very hard to find with people. And the fact that we have that little niche is great. Okay, I'm stopping here. I've talked enough. I have drank tonight, but I'm aware of how much I'm engaging right now, and it's not much. I think I had like three drinks. But easy peasy. I'm going to tuck it in for the evening. You guys have a wonderful night, and I will, of course, make a video, hopefully in the morning. I say hopefully because if something happens I didn't make it, I'm sorry, but I will do what I'm aiming to do for you. Have a good evening. See you later.